welcome D&D fans. Welcome to week 20. Is it week 20 already? From the D&D group at the Elland Craft and Tap. It's been a very exciting week. We've hit a new level of subscribers and viewers, so thank you very much. But we do need more comments. Obviously, we've got our standout guy, Raymond. So respect to you. You're commenting, but we need more comments from more people. There is so much to talk about this week. I'm not sure we're going to get it all in, but we'll start off by introducing Kai and Chris. And Chris speaks first.
Week 20.
Week 20.
I bet somebody's sighing inwardly on there and thinking, ugh. Anyway, I'd like to apologise to Dungeons and Dragons UK because we got barred. Now, is that bard or bard? I'll let you decide. Right. We'd just like to apologise, and in future we will post on YouTube Tuesdays. Or what do we call them? YouTube Days. Yes, YouTube Days. Okay.
Oh, that is a written pun if ever I heard one.
And sorry, admins. Anyway, let's carry on.
Good. Comment Corner?
Comment Corner, yes. We have our now standard and, if anything, expected comment from Raymond S5Q. Obviously, if you remember last week, we asked people what their favourite iteration of the game was.
Yeah, we did.
And he says that his favourite second edition will always have a special place in his heart, which I believe is something you agree with.
100% second edition rules.
He says, obviously, FACO takes some getting your head around.
I never find a problem with FACO, but I know the youth, the young people today find it hard.
Would you like to explain it to us now?
Throw to hit armour class 0. So if you're armour class 10, it's 10 different. If you're armour class minus 10, it's minus 10 different the other way. It's not that hard.
Yeah, just,
It's called mathematics.
Yes,
yeah, it's just that lower numbers are better, which is slightly weird.
But Gary Gygax, God bless him, put all the tables in for all the people to do all the hitting. It was like, I'll bring my DM's guide, second edition in, and I'll show you how it works. It's a tremendous thing. And for the math fiends amongst us, which your cameraman is most definitely one, it was a tremendous system. But yes, we do enjoy it. But on the other hand, the D20 system we have now, that's pretty solid too.
And he then also asked if any of us heard of Numenera, which is a sort of Magitech system developed by one of the main minds behind 3rd edition and 3.5. Have you heard of it?
Me? No.
No,
I never heard of it. The cameraman has.
Yeah, I hadn't. I heard of it vaguely. I did a little bit of looking into it when I saw the comment. It looks very interesting and like a solid system, but yeah.
Okay. Well,
thank you for bringing it to our attention.
So please, keep on the comments, and more comments will be really appreciated.
And I must admit, I'm beginning to think there are no bards watching this, because bards are usually quite vociferous, and we're not getting any comments at all. So I'm slightly disappointed in the bards.
Yes.
And just while we're on the subject of bards, we can't help but mention the bard off on the 13th of August.
Is there something occurring about bards we could mention?
I love bards.
I know, that's why we're having a whole room full.
But, I don't. I've got post-traumatic bard disorder, but we'll talk about it another day. No, we've got August 13th is a bard off. We are encouraging people to turn up with loots and hey nonnies and hooded robes and mysterious looks
drum
on
kits.
Their faces.
Yeah,
and
xylophones.
Drum kits.
Drum kits, tambourines, beatboxing's sort of okay, but not your iPhone. Not your iPhone or any speaker. That is completely banned. But
what about a synthesizer?
No.
Not even one of the really cool, bulky 80s ones.
I'm not encouraging you to bring a synthesizer.
We're not the flock of seagulls.
One-man band.
Do that.
One-man band.
Oh, that's tempting.
That would be very tempting. That'd be quite impressive. Yeah.
So, with the bard off, obviously, more people come, the better. Are we going to film any of it live? That is the question that needs to be answered.
We need a comment, though. If we're going to do it, we won't comment because we haven't had any comments other than one. Raymond, you're a legend.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah.
But we'd like more comments.
I mean, we could return to live streaming to actually live stream it onto YouTube.
We need American voice actors if we're doing that. It wouldn't be the same.
Or American improv comedians. That they also work.
So I'm suggesting...
Mime artists, yeah?
I've never met an American mime artist. It might work.
If you don't speak, how would you know?
Yeah. Not very good for podcasts. Not speaking.
Yeah, so we are focusing on the D&D. So let us get back to the actual D&D. So we've got a room.
Mm-hmm.
Our adventures are in it. 7 out of the 8 of the party members are super well. One's very poorly, but that's another story. We've got 4 ropes hanging down of different colours, and they are busy pulling the ropes. What do you think is going to happen?
There's also a bunch of dead bodies on the benches.
There are, and the banquet laid out on the tables.
So people were dead, right?
Yeah.
We walked in with dead bodies on the floor, I hasten to add, quite near the ropes.
Yeah.
Right? And we've walked in and gone, oh, isn't it a good idea? We're going to go and tug our ropes.
Well, not everyone's walked in because one character hasn't.
No, I haven't.
Well,
No.
Hoshiko's just
Because I played to character and didn't walk into a room full of evil people as a paladin to go and get healed and all this kind of stuff. And like, it's okay.
They're better than healed.
I know they are.
Well, Hoshiko's
But
just
I'm not
come
doing
back
that.
from the dead, so he's feeling pretty invincible right now.
But you're in cohorts with evil things.
Well, he's
I'm
lawful
fine.
neutral, so he doesn't care about being in cohorts
But
of evil.
Look, there's an elephant room we haven't talked about here. Is a paladin did walk into that room.
A charmed
A
paladin.
lawful good paladin before he was charmed.
No, he's charmed from his previous incarnation with the
You can-
Military Body.
Did it last that long?
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Ooh.
And the thing about paladins in 5th edition is it's not about being all very strictly extra duper lawful good like
No.
they were in
can have
2nd edition
lawful-
and 3rd
You
edition.
can have lawful neutral paladins.
Yeah, but
And
I'm
you can
lawful
have
good.
chaotic paladins.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm lawful good.
You are lawful good.
I am lawful good.
Yeah.
And I'm,
The important thing is the important thing for paladins in 5th edition, unlike is the oath, and you have to stick with whatever your oath is, and it's a lot more personal to each individual paladin.
see when you ask him what's written on his piece of paper when he comes back.
If Mark's character in my campaign had pivoted into taking an actual paladin oath, I would have gotten him to come up with a actual oath before he took the class,
I would.
and then made him stick to whatever that oath was.
Especially if it's him, because we know what he's like.
Although that does risk giving him another catchphrase.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Catchphrases.
Oh, no.
There's so much to talk about.
No.
What is a D&D session without a good catchphrase? We'll have to cover that next week. Also next
I
week.
promise I won't let him cover it next week. You're fine. I'll watch out for you.
Next week we need to talk about flying because we've got all sorts of flying going on. How does flying fit into your campaign? So look out next week.
Do you remember that D&D is non-Euclidean when calculating distances? For those of you at home, the cameraman just twitched.
Yes, that's for the cameraman. So flying.
I love you, Kai.
Catchphrases, paladins oaths. Come back next week. Drop us a comment, and we'll talk about it what you want to. God bless Dungeons and Dragons UK.
Have a great
Facebook
week,
page.
and hey, nonny nonny.
Goodbye.
Bye.